So one of the bizarre controversies of the last week is Caitlin Clark, who is the WNBA's only nameable star. Here, for example, is WNBA team owner Sheila Johnson. Here she is, ripping Caitlin Clark and the fan base for liking Caitlin Clark, saying it's only because Caitlin Clark is white.
Why couldn't they have put the whole WNBA on that cover and said the WNBA is the league of the year because of all the talent that we have? Because when you just keep singling out one player, it creates hard feelings. And so now you're starting to hear stories of racism.
Caitlin Clark is a game changer, impacting the sport in ways we've never seen before.
Within the WNBA, and I don't want to hear that. We have got to operate and become stronger as a league and respect everybody that's playing and their talents.
Hey, you're not putting the entire WNBA on the cover because not everybody can fit and nobody knows who any of those people are. By the way, 31% apparently of the entire Washington Mystics ticket sales this year came in 2 games. I will give you a guess as to which player was featured in those 2 games.
Her influence goes far beyond just numbers. She's reshaping how people perceive women's basketball. Every time she plays, more viewers tune in and the buzz keeps growing.
We are not asking you to get paid what the men get paid. We're asking you to get paid the same percentage of revenue shared.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Got it. So that's a huge misconception.
That's a huge misconception.
Got it. Okay.
Sure. Yeah, because every video is like, oh, this person gets paid this person gets paid that, right?
So I want to be really clear about that. Like, I don't think I should get paid the same as LeBron.
Right.
But the percentage of revenue, like, for example, they sell my jersey in Mandalay Bay, I don't get a dime.
You don't get any money from jersey sales?
That's crazy.
In the NBA, they have percentages of revenue shared for the players, right? So jersey sales, obviously their TV contracts. You see these every year, these contracts get bigger and bigger and bigger, right?
Yeah, massive.
But that's because their CBA, it negotiates where if the owners are making certain types of money, they get that as well.
Got it.
In the WNBA, that's not the case.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's a more rational request, at least. The only problem is the WNBA, until Caitlin Clark, had no revenue.
And that excitement, it's translating into serious revenue. Merchandise sales have shot up by 500%. That's a level of influence that can't be overlooked.
Caitlin Clark's treatment by other players on the court is just getting to be egregious. Because as we saw Trinity Carter, she hip-checked Caitlin Clark from behind, at the same time calling her the B word. You could see Angel Reese over on the sideline cheering. This is treatment that Caitlin Clark is receiving for very specific reasons. I think we really need to focus on the race part of all of this, because I do believe that if Caitlin Clark were this amazing and she were not white, nobody would have an issue with it. They probably would be propping her up, celebrating her greatness. And another question that I keep asking myself when reading the coverage on this is, what would happen if the roles were reversed? What if this was a bunch of white players and there was another player who entered the league of Caitlin Clark's stature and she was black and she was getting this type of treatment? I mean, you can only imagine the outrage that would ensue. But because Caitlin Clark is white, because it's the idea of this reverse racism that people want to turn a blind eye to, nothing's being done about it.
But let's be honest for a moment. Can this last, or is it just a temporary Clark craze? Here's where it gets really interesting. This isn't just about one athlete. Clark may be the catalyst, but she's igniting interest in the entire sport. Those soaring ticket prices, they're a signal that people are beginning to view women's basketball in a new light. Fans aren't just buying tickets, they're investing in the future of the game. And here's the interesting part. This could be a turning point for women's sports overall. We're not just focused on basketball anymore. Caitlin Clark's rise in popularity is opening up opportunities, changing perceptions, and most importantly, getting people to spend money. So the next time you see those outrageous ticket prices, remember, it's about being part of something bigger. It's about saying, I was there when everything changed. For many fans, that experience is worth every cent. As Clark mentioned in her Time magazine interview, Clark's influence goes beyond her personal achievements. Her growing popularity is making waves throughout women's basketball, stirring up both excitement and some controversy. Some fans, especially those supporting Aja Wilson, feel uneasy about sharing the spotlight on February 2nd. However, this attention is benefiting the entire sport. Clark's standout performances are drawing in new viewers, boosting media coverage, and attracting larger sponsorships to women's basketball overall. It's like a chain reaction. More people are watching Clark, and in turn, they're discovering the amazing talent across the league. The impact is spreading beyond just WNBA basketball. There's a growing interest in the league, with more fans excited to follow up-and-coming stars as they make their way to the professional level. This boost in popularity could signal the start of a new era for women's sports. Can you believe the difference one player can make? Caitlin Clark isn't just changing the game on the court, she's also shifting perspectives and creating opportunities off it. As we watch her journey, it's clear that women's basketball is stepping into a thrilling new chapter. The real question is, how far can it go? Caitlin Clark is revolutionizing women's sports in unprecedented ways. Those high ticket prices, that's just a glimpse of what's ahead. She's attracting a whole new audience to women's basketball, bringing in more excitement and funding than ever before. What's next for Caitlin Clark? Get ready for some serious excitement when she steps onto the pro court. Her influence on the WNBA is going to be massive. We're talking about game-changing moments here. Just think about how different women's basketball looks now. More fans, increased coverage, and more opportunities for players to shine. It's incredible to witness, right? Clark isn't just playing, she's making a real difference in the sport, and we get to see it all happen. How awesome is that? Caitlin Clark is making waves in the endorsement world with a groundbreaking $13 billion deal. This partnership is not just significant, it's a game changer. While Clark is soaring, some WNBA stars are feeling the heat. Ajay Wilson's reaction to this monumental deal is stirring up discussions in women's basketball. Fans are eager to see how this all unfolds, especially with the pressure mounting on other players in the league. The drama surrounding Clark's success and its impact on her peers is definitely worth watching. Wilson has partnered with Hy-Vee to launch special Caitlin Clark basketballs in bright purple and yellow. The Dreamer and Tribute editions are perfect gifts for fans this holiday season. This exciting collaboration, along with eye-catching advertisements, has generated a lot of buzz. The Tribute Ball honors Clark's impressive career at Iowa, while the Dreamer Ball encourages young athletes to chase their dreams. Both styles will be available at select Hy-Vee stores, making them a must-have for basketball enthusiasts. This $13 billion partnership highlights Wilson's keen eye for talent. While Nike missed out, Wilson recognized Caitlin Clark's potential early on and made a bold, transformative decision. Looking back at the moment they signed Clark, it was a brilliant move that set the stage for something special. Wilson's deal with Caitlin Clark is a major turning point in sports. They took a bold step, something they had only done once before with Michael Jordan. When the news broke, social media lit up with excitement. Everyone was buzzing about it. Wilson has truly changed the game for women's sports. Then came the launch of Clark's signature basketball, and what happened next was incredible. It sold out in just minutes. Tens of thousands of these basketballs vanished almost instantly. This is a landmark moment. Caitlin Clark has become only the second athlete in history to have her own signature Wilson basketball, joining the legendary Michael Jordan. Wilson has big plans for Caitlin Clark, seeing in her a rare combination of talent that they've only recognized once before. Her impressive skills on the court, her star appeal, and her knack for connecting with fans and selling products make her a standout. Wilson is making a significant investment in Clark, and so far, it's proving to be a smart move with great results. What does this mean for women's sports? It marks a significant change. We're witnessing a shift in how brands perceive female athletes, how they connect with sports fans, and the overall value placed on women's sports. Caitlin Clark isn't just making waves on the basketball court, she's influencing decisions in boardrooms, marketing strategies, and reshaping the entire sports landscape. This Wilson partnership is just the start. Caitlin Clark and Wilson are gearing up to elevate things even further. The effects on women's sports are going to be huge. Are you ready for what's coming next? Caitlin just made a significant move with a $13 billion deal, but here's the twist. She didn't sign a personal contract. Instead, she united Wilson with Hy-Vee, the major supermarket chain in the Midwest, to shake up the landscape of women's sports.